back in the saddle again. Welcome to Monday Night Racing with Real Sim Racing's Full Throttle Cup Series, returning from a week off. Landon Huffman, still the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps on running and running and running on, but just 38 points back and coming on strong. Guy Snyder's got 17 weeks to get it together. But grab your saddle horn, cowboy. Look back yonder. Chad Cole, a fan favorite around here. He's forking his bronc to overtake Snyder, just 4 points and a horseshoe away. We're coming to you live from Indianapolis Motor Speedway and working the stockyard tonight are Mike Keaton and Devin Smirker, your pit road posse, Dakota Quick Draw Ehrman. Working the cameras tonight, bigger legend than Bat Masterson or Wyatt Earp put together, John the Bad Boy Westling, working them magic fingers for you. So let's saddle up, boys, and take it up to the corral with Michael Keaton and Devin Smirker.
Hey, race fans, glad to be here. Indianapolis, Devin, going to shape up to be a good one tonight, don't you think?
Oh yeah, after a welcomed off week last week after Loudon, these boys are ready to go. They got their best pieces tonight. Looking good for 162.5 miles, Michael.
Yeah, I tell you too, Devin, they did have last week off, but let's go over the week before's results. Landon Huffman finishing first, and Guy Snyder, excuse me.
Yeah, we got Scott Heckert actually finished second. He started second. Right behind him, Eric Arnold started 13th. He finished third. Jonathan Cadell, solid fourth place finish after starting 20th. Then you got Guy Snyder, finished 5th after starting 21st. Your pole sitter and point stealer Landon Huffman came home a solid P6. R.C. Rigdon, after starting mid-pack, 23rd, finished 7th. Jeff Addison started 9th, finished 8th. Greg Neverwood finished 9th after a top 15 starting spot. And Tad Granger, finished 10th after starting 27th, Michael.
Yeah, that's the top 10 there. And I tell you, Devin, Indianapolis is one of those races, you know, it's the Brickyard. It's kind of anybody's race to win here tonight. And I tell you, the Brickyard 400, Indianapolis is a real nice track with lots of history behind it.
It sure is, Michael. Indianapolis Motor Speedway was built in 1909, and actually the first event at the track was not an automobile race. It was actually a helium gas-filled balloon competition on Saturday, June 5th, 1909, 2 months before the oval was completed. And, of course, the track is famous, of course, for probably the most famous race in the world, the Indianapolis 500. But these boys are here in these heavy NASCAR stock cars, and they've definitely left their mark over the past 16 years, Michael.
And tell you too, Devin, wanting to go through the top 10 in points. Who's got us finished where tonight to stay in it? Landon Huffman in the number 1 position, just 34 points back behind the leader, Guy Snyder.
Chad Cole sidled in the top 3. He's 4 points behind Guy Snyder and 38 behind Landon Huffman. Behind him, John Abbott is pretty far back, 105 points, but he's got a decent lead over 5th place Joseph Hayes, who was 162 back.
Adam Roberts sitting in the number 6 spot. Had a disappointing finish 2 weeks ago. Finished 22nd. Looking for his first win, though, here in Indianapolis. And behind him in 7th is Doug Roth, also looking for his first win of the season. And Joey Katina, who did not make the race a couple of weeks ago. He's sitting in a solid 8, did not move in points, and he's at 182 back behind Huffman.
Chad Schilling is 13 behind Joey Katina. He's 539 points overall for the season. He's minus 195 on Huffman, and right on out your top 10, you got R.J. Williams. He's about 30 points behind Schilling, so he's got some ground to make up, but right now he's solidly in the chase in that final 10th position.
Yeah, Devin, and what got him into to crack that top 10 was the win 2 weeks ago, and that was his 3rd win of the season. So R.J. Williams really putting on a show with that Landon Huffman racing team.
Yeah, they still feel like they got something to prove. It's still a couple races to go for the chase, but we're going to go ahead and throw it down to Dakota on pit road. Dakota, what you got for us tonight, bud?
You're going to see the boys coming down a few times tonight. You can go about 30 to 35 laps on a fuel window, and tires are going to be about important. As I think you're going to see them taking tires about every time they come down, guys. One guy to watch out for tonight is JD said. He's a fan favorite around here. Chad Cole sitting on top of the practice boards and on top of the qualifying board, saying he had a bad last few weeks, but he's ready to pounce this week, guys.
Thank you, Dakota, as always. Be safe down there. Have fun tonight, and look forward to talk to you during the race. And it's time to throw it down trackside for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, race fans, we're back to Indianapolis where these guys are starting to get the cars cranked up to start this race. Devin on the pole with a fast lap. Chad Cole, 52.663. Just outside of him, that Landon Huffman racing teammate, R.J. Williams in the 21 Chevrolet.
Starting on row 2 with 52.795, Dwayne Vincent, the number 13 machine. Outside of him, the 16 is Steve Ritter.
No other than the points leader himself, starting 5th, in the number 75, Landon Huffman. Outside Landon in the 06 Chevrolet, Bruce Perry.
Behind those two, you have the number 19 machine, R.C. Rigdon. And on the outside of him, Mike Montesi in the number 20.
Starting in 9th at the Brickyard here, Ronnie Potts in the number 22. Outside Ronnie, David Lanza in the number 33.
Behind those two, in the number 91, you have Steve Gottschalk. And outside of him, you got John Abbott in the number 10.
Guy Snyder, who's trying to chase down points leader Landon Huffman. He's 34 behind. He's going to be starting in the number 13th position. Outside him, Jonathan Cadell.
Starting 15th and 16th, you have the 83 of Jay Horton and the 84 of Jimmy North.
Jeff Addison starting in 17th position tonight. Outside him, the number 70 machine of Jason Elrod.
Behind those two, running out the top 20, we have the 66 of Michael Gray and the number 3 of Jay Randall Watkins.
Doug Roth in 40. The 3 machine is starting 21st tonight in the number 22 position, Nathan Bowers.
In 2030, Tony Kaler in the 44, and right on his outside, he's the number 25, Chad Schilling.
And starting in the number 25th position, the 89 Chevrolet, Randall Holcomb, and outside him, Keith Brooks Jr. in the 71.
Back in 27th, we have the number 8 of Tad Granger. Outside of him, the 69 of Joseph Hayes.
In the 29th position, 56 machine, Patrick Hahe. Outside him in the number 07 Chevrolet, Greg Netherwood.
The number 1 car, John Gregorio, roll off 31st, and outside of him, the number 81, James Mullins.
Randy Wells starting in number 33 position. Eric Arnold, who had a solid third place finish last 2 weeks ago, will be starting in the 34th position. All right, and there we go. 34 Chevrolets on the track tonight, Devin. I'll tell you, as they're coming down the backstretch here at the Brickyard, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, there sure is going to be a lot of exciting racing tonight.
Yes, sir, Michael. Got a 2.5-mile super speedway, 4 turns. Of course, it's well known for its rectangle shape. The turns have 9 degrees to 12 degrees of banking, so she's pretty flat. So if we're going to be going real fast down these straightaways, you're going to have to back your corners up to get off really, really well, because you got to slow down to go fast here, Michael.
Speaking of doing well, that guy sitting there on the pole in that number 17 machine, Devin's got to do something special tonight. He's sitting 34 points behind the leader, Landon Huffman, who's also sitting in a pretty good spot in 5th position as he's sitting and pacing behind the pace car right now.
You know, I look forward to this race all year long. I listen to the sound of those engines as they roar down the straightaways. It's going to be a pretty sight. Going to have some good racing as the Mustang pace car rolls off a pit road. Chad Cole, R.G. Williams leading to the green. Getting ready. We're set to go racing here at the Brickyard.
Pacing 66 miles an hour, waiting ever so often for that green flag. There it is, Devin. 17 leads them down the front stretch into 1.
Looks like everybody got going nice and clean so far. Everyone's in a fight for the bottom, of course. There really is only one lane here, so especially later in the race, if you get a late race restart, look for people to potentially what we call dive bomb into the corner. As we see the 17 gets a really good 1 and 2, and R.J. Williams stuck on the outside. Dwayne Vincent on his inside. Good start, 2x2 for second.
Yeah, as they come into 3 here, the leader still, Chad Cole, got off to a really good start. 21, R.J. Williams, up high, the 13 underneath for the pass for second. Dwayne Vincent as they come down the front stretch here out of 3.
That 17 got a rocket start. He's going to have about a half-second lead as they come down. The front straightaway will hit about 200, 205 miles an hour. 200 across the line, 204 into turn 1. Chad Cole leads the first lap at the Brickyard.
First lap completed here at Indianapolis with 64 to go, Devin. I got to talk pit strategy, though, here with Dakota. Dakota, pit strategy. When does these guys thinking about pitting? And if they do pit, what's the strategy?
You know, it's a 65-lap race. If they can make it 30 to 35 laps, they're going to come in as late as they possibly can to try to make on one stop. So look for these guys just to stay out as long as they can, maybe back up the corner and save a little bit of fuel if they can.
Alright, thank you, Dakota. 13 is cleared the 21, and he's starting to reel in Chad Cole. Not sure if he's as fast as him, but single file up front, Michael. Good start for these boys.
Yeah, really good start indeed for these guys. Caution-free as they complete lap number 2 here, or lap number 3 here, excuse me, and Chad Cole still out front. Landon Huffman running 5th position in the points lead. 34 over Guy Snyder. 38 over Chad Cole. Trying to figure out where Snyder is right now. Showing 13th position. That guy's got to get moved up through the field. In 13th right now, Devin.
He started at 13th. He's still riding 13. Ain't falling back, but he ain't moving forward. If he wants to get closer to this championship lead, he's going to start moving his way up. And I think he'll be up there before the end of this thing, Michael.
Looking back here in the battle for 19th, Michael Gray, Jason Elrod, and John Gregorio. John Gregorio's always been a solid race car driver. He's here tonight in that JDRgraphics.com Chevrolet trying to put the move on Jason Elrod as they go down the back or on the front stretch.
Yeah, John Gregorio started back in the 31st position. Here he is. He's already inside the top 20. 3 laps in here in Indianapolis as we see cars slide up the track. But he gets back in line. Gregorio looking underneath the 70. He's there. P19 for Gregorio on that 1 car.
And then he's trying to take off the position from Michael Gray in the 66 just ahead. And part of the Landon Huffman race team, Jay Horton in 17th in that 83 machine. John Gregorio down the backstretch looking for something.
It's all about momentum here at Indianapolis. You really got to get off the corner good, because if you don't, you lose all your momentum and you get passed. And if you do, you'll gain all the momentum and you'll pass as Gregorio goes way up the hills trying to avoid the 66.
Speaking of momentum, Steve Ritter inside the 21 into 1 for the 3rd position.
John Gregorio out of turn 4 got loose. And he hit somebody. He came back up the track. I believe that was the, who was that, Michael? Looks like the 70 car. Let's go to John with the, E-play.
Yeah, guys, it looks like he's going to get up in this loose stuff up here. Gonna just lose control of that car. Gonna slide it around right down the front stretch here, guys. He might back it into the inside wall here. No, he's gonna save this machine. He's gonna lose a lot of rubber, it looks like.
John, the good news is for John Gregorio and the rest of the guys that he did not take anybody out with him. Jason Elrod did get a little bit of damage from that. I think that Dakota, he's pulled that machine behind the garage.
Yes, indeed, Michael Keat, Jason Elrod pulling the car behind the garage. The crew saying the car, even with the amount of laps left, too damaged to continue. They are actually moving it to the hauler as we speak.
All right, working caution number 6 here. Chad Cole sitting 3rd in the points, 38 behind Landon Huffman, running first right now here at the Brickyard. And I tell you, we're going to go to commercial break, but stick around, more to come here at the Brickyard.
All right, and we are back at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. First caution coming out here, guys, lap 4. That's going to be the 1 car of John Gregorio, but hey, no harm, no foul. 4 new shoes and a bucket of oats. Let's take it back up to the booth with Michael Keaton and Devin Smirker.
Devin, a couple of guys pitting under that caution there, 6 laps into this race, working caution number 1. Chad Cole's got 2 rivalries behind him, if you will. The 21 machine, R.J. Williams and Landon Huffman, part of their Landon Huffman racing team. And Dakota, some guys taking advantage of this caution here, going ahead and trying to fill those tanks up with gas.
Yeah, Michael, I believe 6 or 7 cars staying out with Chad Cole. Chad Cole opting to stay out, but the second place car leading him down pit road, the only car that looked like he could actually catch Chad Cole there, and he was actually starting to lose time on Chad Cole right at the end of that run. But Dwayne Vincent coming down, he's going to get 4 tires, and they're going to fill up the fuel tank just to get him as close as they can so that he can make it on one more stop.
And two, you know, talking fuel strategy, and if this race were to stay green, fuel laps here 30 to 35 laps. If you stretch it, 65 lap on the board here total tonight, and those front guys, if it stays green, they're gonna be a little short.
They'll be.
That's absolutely right, Michael. You know, if I'm back there mid-pack or even near the back, do you want to stay out, get track position? Do you want to come in and fill the tank full of fuel just in case we get a you know, a 30-lap run here, and you pit, you'll be able to go the rest of the way home or stop, and some of these guys that may not have pit might have to have two more stops.
Yeah, I tell you, and Chad Cole, who's probably about as nervous as a bat in daylight right now, sitting first right now behind the pace car. But like I said, he's got the two Landon Huffman teammates right behind him. Landon Huffman is #1 in the position points right now. And I tell you, a lot of these guys trying to battle it out for that top 10. And I tell you, Eric Arnold in the booth with us. Eric, this is Mike up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Eric finishing third just 2 weeks ago, sitting 13th in the points, looking for that first win of the season. How do you feel about Indy tonight?
I feel like I can get it tonight. I narrowly avoided two or three wrecks just a moment ago, so I'm pushing my luck right now. What I've experienced is that the tires hold up pretty well against other cars when you're up in front, even on fresh tires. So I'm going to keep it out in front here and see what happens.
Sitting 7th position right now in that Navy Newt Chevrolet, Eric. Got anybody you'd like to go ahead and give a shout out to?
Not tonight, no, but I'm just hoping I can win it tonight. I really want to win.
I guess your wife's not watching tonight, Eric?
No, my fiance is at boot camp still, but she'll be out in less than 2 weeks.
10-4. Well, tell her thank you for her service and keeping an eye out on you. And Eric, good luck in tonight's race, bud.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Devin. Eric Arnold joining us here. I tell you, he's sitting 7th right now in the race, 13th on the outside looking into this chase. And I tell you, if he could stay there in the top 10, I think he'd make his way into the chase.
Yeah, I do believe he can, Michael. Here at Indy, a lot of drivers claim this track the birth of track position. And track position's everything, as we heard him say, that tires really don't fall off. So if you can find a way to get up front on pit strategy, you know, you got to take it here because it is hard to pass.
Yeah, you got to take that position. And I tell you, if you're wanting to kiss the bricks here, you've got to be fast. Every turn at this track is real hard to tame. You got turn 1 that's a little different than 2, then 3, then 4. They're all different, Devin. And you really got to kind of hold your breath through the turn and hope that you can stay in that grip.
Yeah, believe you mean grip zone, but if we're going to throw it down to Dakota on pit road, Dakota?
Yeah, guys, just cut up Keith Brooks Jr. about to climb back in the race car. Keith, you were involved in that crash. What happened there, bud?
I really don't know. I just was riding along there, just come off turn 4, seen a couple of cars getting together. I went high and thought I had it cleared, and they clipped the left front. Done, you know, some pretty heavy damage to the left front. I don't know, busted a, you know, oil cooler or something because she was smoking pretty bad. But I don't know. I thought I was safe back there riding, but my bad luck just continues.
Speaking of bad luck continue, I have heard you, overheard you guys talking about your bad luck spell. You were hoping to overcome that tonight. How is this going to affect you in the points right now?
I'm not even worried about the points right now. At this point, I just want to finish. I just want to get a finish, and I'll be happy.
How long do you think it's going to be before you're able to get that car back out there?
Probably, hopefully, within about a minute or 2.
All right, we'll
done.
Keith Brooks Jr. on the run here. We're gonna let him jump back in his car so we get back out on the track, guys.
10-4. Keith Brooks Jr. definitely looking for a good race here tonight. And I tell you, Devin, Chad Cole, 17th car out here, 21 outside him, getting ready for the restart.
Yes, sirree, Michael. That pace car about to pull off in any second now. And Chad Cole and R.J. Williams hit to lead them down to the green flag. We're going to have 55 laps to go with the Brickyard. Fuel will come into play. The green flag's out. The 17 absolutely takes off.
Sure does. Chad Cole gets an excellent start into one here. 21 car underneath, or the 75 car underneath the 21. That's Landon Huffman, the points leader. Now he's going to see if he can track down Cole.
Yeah, Cole got real loose out of turn 1, but you got to be loose to be fast here. He's pulling away down the back straightaway, but I don't think that 75 is going to let him get too far away as they head down into turn 3 at over 200 miles an hour.
Looking back here in the position number 14 and 15, Guy Snyder battling it out with Steve Gottschalk in that Nerf Chevrolet 91 machine. Got a little ahead of him. Guy Snyder sitting second points. He's got to get into that top 10 here to get a good finish to try to climb into the number 1 spot over Landon Huffman. He's got to get up there. He's sitting 14th right now. And but Guy Snyder, if anybody can do it, he sure can.
Yeah, Guy Snyder was one of the cars, I believe, that pit on that first yellow, and it's really all about the size of the track a little bit. I believe he's fighting a loose race car, Michael, but it's all about really starting on that inside line, because if you start on the inside, definite advantage over the outside line.
Looking at this two-way battle, maybe three-way battle, trying to make it exciting. In the number 4th position, that's R.C. Rigdon, Dwayne Vincent, and Jonathan Cantell in that Navy Chevrolet, battling it out here, coming out of 3, going into 4 here.
Yeah, you see R.C. Rigdon slid up the track. That just shows you that there really isn't an outside groove. If you're not on that inside, you're going to get what they call freight trained, as the pass is complete, and R.C. Rigdon's going to fall back another spot.
Yeah, Devin, and 2 here at Indianapolis, just like other tracks, you know, you got to give that car its head. And what I mean by, well, I'm going to let Dakota explain what I mean by give the car its head.
But the car here is difficult because if you don't hit your line precise, it's just gonna walk right up the track and lose all kinds of spots. So you've got to tell the car basically what to do. You got to throw it down there. At this track specifically, there's a white line. You've got to get the left side tires below, is what the drivers have been telling me. And if they don't, the car just walks straight up the track. And so they're telling the crew chiefs to loosen things up. And I mean, they're throwing the car down there almost.
Yeah, you really do, Devin. You gotta put that car down there, almost on that rumble strip, if you will, and then coming out of the turn, you gotta get that car way up the track, almost on the wall, just to gain every bit of speed coming out as possible.
Yeah, there is really only one way around here, and it's whoever gets around that one way the fastest. Whoever completes 65 perfect rectangles first tonight does it perfectly. He's going to come home first tonight as Landon Huffman is starting to close in on Chad Cole. He looked under him last lap into turn 3. Couldn't make anything happen, kind of slid up, but I don't think it's going to be too long until he should be right back on his bumper again.
Landon Huffman a little faster than your race leader right now, Chad Cole. Landon Huffman, 53.376. Chad Cole, 53.447. So Landon Huffman tracking down that D-Walk Chevrolet.
Yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised to see Chad Cole let him go here as Landon gets a good run off the corner. He doesn't look like he's going to get there. No, he ain't going to get there, but oh, he is looking on the inside now. Chad Cole doesn't look like he wants anything of it, but I do think the 17 will let the 75 go.
Looking back here in the 7th and 6th position, Steve Ritter giving Jonathan Cadell a little love tap on the side, maybe a little bit of fender rub off Steve Ritter's car, but he gets the pass into 6th. Now Steve Ritter looking to hunt down that GoDaddy.com Chevrolet of R.C. Rigdon down the backstretch.
Yeah, R.C. Rigdon pulled him down the back straightaway there. You can probably throw a blanket over everyone behind him for about 6 places on back. They're all within about a second of each other. You're really going to start to see over these long runs here who's got the best handling car, because, you know, you can be tight or you can be loose here. Very rarely do you have a car that's perfect. So we're going to see all sorts of different adjustments when these boys have to come down pit road, depending on if they come down pit road on green or not, because you can lose a lot of time on a wedge adjustment on pit road. So it's going to be really, really interesting, but it should be fun.
Looking at Eric Arnold in the 47 machine, running 10th. He restarted 7th, got a little bit backwards there, went back to 11th, worked his way around Jeff Addison. Now he's all over the back door of Mike Montesi, and Mike Montese's all over the back door of David Lanza. So Eric Arnold trying to get back up there. He's made his way back into the top 10, but he's trying to get up there at least and get to the top 5.
Yeah, you look a couple of positions back. Guy Snyder's worked his way up to 13th, but really looks like he only has about a 13th, 15th place car tonight. So maybe something could happen on one of these pit stops here and get that thing adjusted, because he needs to get all the points he can, because that 75 is going for the lead.
And John Abbott sitting right behind Guy Snyder right now on the track in 14th position in that Gatorade machine. John Abbott started 12th today, and now there's a battle for the lead out front, Devin.
Yep, 17 slipped up, 75 took advantage, 17 let him go off turn 4, and your points leader is not a leader here at the Brickyard. Landon Huffman to the point.
To the point, into 3, lap traffic just ahead. Landon Huffman to the bottom, into 3, lap traffic again. Keith Brooks Jr. just ahead. Is that going to hurt the speed of Huffman? Chad Cole got past 2nd place, trying to make his way back around.
Huffman kissed the wall out of 3 and 4. Let's see where the lap traffic goes. Looks like he's going to stay low. I mentioned during Daytona, when I did the Daytona race, lap traffic really, really respectable in this league. So good job on his part.
Looks like the 89 machine, Devin, taking an e-ticket ride. That's Randall Holcomb running in the 24th position. And not real sure exactly what happened, but that's 89, Randall Holcomb. John?
Guys, let's see if we can pull up on the e-play here, see if we can see what happened. He's going to come into the corner here. He's following this 43 machine, coming into the corner here. Oh, he's just going to lose it before he even gets to the rumble strips, Batman. Hard linking the outside wall. He just really loose coming into the corner, guys.
Yeah, John, if you take a look, that car just got too far under that white line. And, Devin, you know just as well as I do, too many tires under the white line will get you sideways and into the wall.
Yeah, really, that's a really simple mistake here at Indy. It's definitely not the first time it's happened to somebody. You get loose on the white line. You know, you get under that white line, you touch those rumble strips, you get loose, and you overcorrect it. It's that easy here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, because it is a flat track, and it is really, really hard to catch yourself once you're loose.
It really is, Devin. These cars are set up so far on the loose end because loose is fast. In the 06, we're hearing Bruce Perry getting into the wall. Involved in that wreck was 47 machine of Eric Arnold and the number 27 machine of Guy Snyder.
Now here come the leaders down pit road. We're going to throw it down to Dakota as these boys about to hit their pit stalls. Dakota?
Yeah, just about everybody coming down this time, as it's been 18 laps for the guys that didn't pit, about a little over 10 laps for the guys that did pit, and Landon Huffman almost not wanting to come down pit road. Chad Cole coming down that first pit box, 4 tires and fuel for that machine. He was upset with the car. I think they're making a track bar change to that machine. He also said that they think that there was oil dry or something on the track that he ran through, because the car was slick, almost sliding off of every corner, guys.
Dakota, I tell you, someone that took a lick there in a different episode that did not cause the caution, that's Guy Snyder, Eric Arnold, and the 06 machine, who might have gotten a black flag speeding down pit road. He come down pit road blazing, and that was the 06 machine, trying to figure out who that is, Bruce Perry, who has now pulled that machine behind the garage. And Guy Snyder's sitting second in points, 34 behind Landon Huffman. Not sure if there's if that's minimal damage on that machine or not, but it looks to be in somewhat capacity some damage on the front of that machine, Dakota.
Yeah, and if it's too bad, you know, they're going to come back down and they're going to keep working on it. But the only concern right now would be that car will heat up maybe with the damage. But if right now if they keep that car out, then it should not be too much of a problem in their eyes right now.
Yeah, just talking here with Eric about the Eric Arnold, Guy Snyder, and Bruce Perry incident. Don't know if you've had a chance to rewind that back in your monitor yet or not, but Guy Snyder's got to be thinking, asking his crew chief, hey, what kind of damage do I've got on this thing? Guy Snyder is sitting second in your points, guys, 34 behind Landon Huffman. So, you know, he's got to be thinking points here.
Yeah, Guy Snyder stayed out there to get a bonus point. Going to get everything he can. Didn't expect him to stay out, but he did stay out. Got the bonus points. He'll go to the back of the field, but he did get that bonus point as he come down pit road. He's probably going to get 4 tires, of course. So different strategies, trying to get some points. It's all part of the game here.
Yeah, it really is, and these bonus points that these guys are able to rack up is also big time. Landon Huffman getting some of those, also too. Chad Cole, not sure, and Guy Snyder not no bonus points so far leading this race. So bonus points are big time. A lot of people think that they're just you know, points that really don't matter, but coming down to the end of the season, they sure do. Devin.
Yeah, Guy Snyder actually, he's not sitting on pit road anymore, I don't think. Is that just me?
Yeah, Coda, looks like Guy Snyder might have pulled that machine behind the garage. You got any kind of update to what's going on with that machine?
Yeah, they pulled it to the garage area. Work being done on the machine, but they do think that his night may be over, guys. I'll keep you updated within the next 5 laps. I'll for sure let you know.
Wow, wow, Devin. Tough break for that crew there. Working so hard to get into this race. And I tell you though, working this caution number 2, we're going to take a quick break, but we will be right back. Stay tuned.
All right. Welcome back here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're here tonight with Real Sim Racing Full Throttle Cup Series. And I'll tell you what, Cowboy, working a couple of cautions here. But first I want to give you this message. Join Sean Petchin and Company, OpenPaddock.net, every Tuesday night live on ETV Live. I'll tell you what, we premiered last Tuesday night at 9:30. This Tuesday it's going to be at 9 o'clock. We can join Sean and the boys for Motorsports and Brief. Catch the IndyCar results. I'll tell you what, don't miss the Mazda Road to Indy updates as well. All live on ETV Live on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock p.m. Let's go back to the booth. Devin Smirker and Michael Keaton.
All right, thanks, JD. Really quick, we're going to throw down to Dakota on pit road with an update on Guy Snyder.
Hey guys, Guy Snyder has rejoined the track. Just a little bit of work being done on the car behind the in the garage area, but they have put the car back on the track. He said it was just cosmetic damage before he climbed back in the car, so they are hoping the car still will be competitive and look for them to climb to the field.
And climbing through the field, he'll have to do, Dakota. Restarting 24th position, Guy Snyder in that SnyderFuels.com Chevrolet. But back to the front, green flag here at Indianapolis. The Navy Nuke, Eric Arnold in the lead.
Yeah, we had Eric up here in the booth. He was mentioning he needs a good run. He got the track position. The 17 Chad Cole gets really loose under Jay Horton. He's going to clear, but like I said, the 47's got his track position. That's right where he wants to be, Michael. And we got trouble.
Rick, R.J. Williams in the wall.
Yep, Steve Ritter got a little piece of that, I believe, and R.J. Williams, yeah, don't look too bad. Let's throw it down to John.
Yeah, let's cue this back, guys. See if we can see what happens here. There's a big checkup about the middle of the field here, coming into the corner. They all seem like they get back going here. Oh, I can't tell, guys, if there was a little contact there or not, but that car just lost it.
Little bit of contact, John. Involved Steve Ritter in the 16 machine. Dwayne Vincent, who was running a solid 7th in that 13 machine, John. And R.J. Williams, of course, who brought the victory home 2 weeks ago. Horrible, horrible damage to that machine.
Yeah, but it looks like it's the 13 got into, I think that's turn 2. Just a little too hot. And the 21 came down, 13 came up. That's all it takes. The 21 gets in the wall pretty good. Collects, I think that's a 16, a Steve Ritter. So 3 cars pretty torn up there, Michael.
Yeah, and Devin working caution number 3 here. Eric Arnold, the Navy Nuke, out front. Chad Cole, 2nd. Landon Huffman, 3rd. Jay Horton, 4th. Todd Granger, 5th.
Yeah, Dwayne Vincent sitting 6th place in the number 13. I see Rigdon up there in the 19. Eastside Lee in 7th. Jonathan Cadell in the number 26 and 8th. David Lanza in the 33 is in 9th. And rounding out your top 10. Not sure if he's going to stay there, but that's the number 16 is Steve Ritter.
Yeah, you better believe Steve Ritter going to be pitting Jeff Addison. Move him up more than likely to the number 10 position. Mike Montesi running 12th right now. Steve Gottschalk in the 13th position. John Gregorio trying to get his way back up into the top 10 in 14th. John Abbott in the Gatorade machine running 15th.
Alright, 16th got Michael Gray in the 66. Ronnie Potts right behind him in the 22. You got Chad Chilling in the 25 and 18th. Jay Randall Watkins in that infamous number 3, or the famous number 3, excuse me. And then Jimmy North in the 84 rounds out your top 20.
Guy Snyder, who was just involved in the last caution, sitting 34 points behind Landon Huffman. Can he work that machine up front? Sitting 21st right now. R.J. Williams right behind him, who was just involved with that wreck. Tony Kaler sitting 24th. Keith Brooks Jr., who had a little bit of trouble, went to the garage, got a little bit of repair done. Back on the track, 5 laps down, sitting 25th.
26th, Bruce Perry in the number 06. He's 5 laps down along with the 71 to Keith Brooks right in front of him. And Randall Holcomb in the 89 is 6 laps down. In the 27th position, we have a couple cars. 17, 17, 19, 19 laps down. That's going to be the Randy Wells machine, Jason Elrod, Nathan Bowers, Joseph Hayes, and James Mullen. Looks like those drivers' days are done here at the Brickyard.
Yeah, 32 drivers taking the green flag here when we began, and looks like about 8 or 9 involved in some sort of accident to a capacity that's a couple of laps down here, Devin. Again, Indianapolis, a real tough track to kind of tame here. Huge corners, huge turns here. Got to maintain speed and that momentum that's so key here. The big M, the big Mo. And it's real tough to keep that up here.
Yeah, and if you really want to have that momentum, you gotta have a loose race car. Because if you got a tight race car, you're gonna have trouble. You're gonna have trouble getting in, and you're gonna have trouble getting out, Michael.
Yeah, and as they passed the ever so gifted flagman here with iRacing that just implemented, giving Dwayne Vincent the black flag EOL line, though. He will not have to stop and go with just an EOL. He'll be put into the back of the pack here. So tough break there for Dwayne Vincent.
Yeah, it looks like Dwayne was running pretty good. He qualified third. He might or may not get back up there. I'm not sure to the extent of the damage on that machine, but we'll see what happens here. Not sure. Do they have one to go? No, it looks like we have 2 to green here at Indy. Eric Arnold is your leader. Got the track position, and hearing that the Eric Arnold machine at 47 has not pit yet. Any truth to that, Dakota?
Yeah, guys, Eric Arnold's staying out, trying to save fuel right now. Basically, they know that with all the cautions that have been happening, that he might be able to stretch that fuel and maybe gain some track position out of this, because they know everybody else still has to pit at least once more. A little bit of a story on 13 and Dwayne Vincent giving an EOL, which is the end of the longest line penalty. He was sent to the back of the field for being the cause of the wreck, or as he claimed the wreck is the rule here. He spent some time on pit road. They got the damage fixed. They don't think the car is too bad. He's reporting that the toes knocked out just a little bit, not much, and he should be alright to continue the race, guys.
Yeah, so Eric Arnold, the Navy Nuke machine, not pitting that last time by. This could come back to bite him, but with 24 laps in, 3 cautions so far, you got to think that green flag strategy won't pay off after all. And we're going to send it to Race Central for an update.
All right, guys, I'll tell you what, Michael Keaton and Devin Smirk are calling the action up there in Dakota Herman. I'll tell you what, young man running up and down pit road tonight. Ben Kilcree's unable to be with us tonight, but first, I want to tell you about VRC virtual racing seats. Actually, it's not even a seat, guys. It's a cockpit. It's a racing chassis, simulation racing cockpit designed by championship race car driver Bob Earl, who understands what it means to have a comfortable racing seat. And I'll tell you what, ain't no better person to design your sim seat, your racing chassis, than a real race car driver, Cowboy. The design features a fully adjustable racing seat and frame, additional monitor and monitor stand and shifter mount are sold separately. I tell you what, this is a high quality and it's affordable. It's an alternative to a lot of those others that cost thousands of dollars. $349, Cowboy, plus shipping. You can check it out at BobRollRacing.com. And once again, it's designed by a real race car driver. So, I mean, who better, Michael, than to have someone who's been inside the cockpit of a race car design your racing chassis for you?
JD, I tell you what, could you imagine back in 1909 racing in that cockpit on the 3 million bricks that this track was first made out of? Could you imagine racing in that seat, that cockpit?
How many bricks?
3 million. How many cockpits have this guy sold, JD?
3,000 cockpits this guy has sold. Check him at BobRollRacing.com, Cowboy. I'll tell you what, working a couple of cautions here at Indianapolis. I believe we're about 25 laps into this thing, 65 laps on the board. Let's go back up to the booth with Michael Keaton and Devin Smirker.
And Devin, I tell you, just talking about the bricks here, you know the bricks that's on the finish line. They left those bricks there to just keep the nickname up, the Brickyard. That's where it gets it from.
Yeah, very, very famous track. The second oldest continuing racetrack in the world, actually, behind only the Milwaukee Mile, both Midwestern tracks. So, I mean, this track is famous for being an automobile proving ground, then the Indianapolis 500. So, very cool then to keep them bricks. Those bricks have been here for a long time. So, the Brickyard is a very special place, and when you come down that tunnel, it is a really haunting feeling.
Yeah, it really is. And the 47 machine, talking about who's out front, Eric Arnold, we talked to him on the race communication channel earlier. He's really excited about this race. He said he thinks he has something. I believe he does, Devin. He's in the #1 spot. Chad Cole outside him, who's led a couple of race laps tonight. Landon Huffman, points leader, behind Eric Arnold sitting in third. So, pace car in the pits, Devin. We're going to do a crank up, so guys, get the volume turned up. Here we go, green flag. Here, the Navy Nuke just getting passed by Chad Cole, but the Navy Nuke back underneath in 3 over Chad Cole for the lead. Eric Arnold, Devin.
That was an impressive move by the Navy Nuke. He got the lead taken away by him by 4 tires of Chad Cole, but just like that, Michael, the 47 back out front. He gets a bad corner, but the 17's got a huge run. Will he push him? No, it's going to be a drag race to the start-finish line, but the Navy Nuke, number 47, Eric Arnold's going to beat him to the line.
Chad Cole looking into 1 to take the lead. He does. The 17 D-Walk Chevrolet back out front. Meanwhile, back behind them, Landon Huffman running third, and R.C. Rigdon getting into the back of him a little bit. No harm, no foul. Landon Huffman now trying to hunt down Eric Arnold in the number 2 spot.
Chad Cole starting to put some ground on the 47. This to be expected. After about 5 or 6 laps, I really expect all these tires to be even, so if Eric Arnold can hold on to where he's at, as the 75 looks underneath him, nothing doing there, but if Eric Arnold can stay in this top 5 or 6, once his tires even out, he did an excellent job gaining, 8 to 10 track position just by staying out.
It seems like we got the word caution on the Speedway here. John Abbott, the number 10, around the track. It looks like running 10th spot, entering 3 here. That Gatorade machine. Looks like someone, John.
Let's see if we can cue this up, guys. I think this might be caution 4, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to watch a 10 car. John Abbott, he's going to make a move into this corner here. Going to come off this car. Oh, the great old rumble strips, guys. Got that car really wicked sideways in that number 10 race department machine. And he's going to smack it into the outside wall here, guys. In fact, he might just have barely missed the outside wall.
I tell you, also to the number 8 machine, John, there, barely escaping dangerous. He slid on around, making no contact with Abbott or with the wall, so that 8 machine okay still. That's Tad Granger there. But it'll be interesting to see who pits here. And Dakota?
Actually, I believe Devin has something.
Yeah, actually, John Abbott actually did keep it off the wall. Impressive job on his part, kept it off the wall. But what we got to look out for here is we have about 35 laps to go this time around. Since John Abbott's at the back, maybe he'll come down with 1 to go, top off with fuel, and if we stay green, he may be able to stretch it the rest of the way. It's a long shot. But we saw last year in the actual Brickyard 400, Paul Menard almost got involved in a caution, saved fuel, pitted with 1 to go, and he made it, and he won the race. So pay close attention to John Abbott here if in the closing laps of this race, if we stay green.
Yeah, and it looks like Landon Huffman and R.C. Rigdon is banking on this thing staying green. Those were the takers. Chad Cole and Eric Arnold electing to stay out. But Huffman in his pit box, Dakota.
Yeah, Lennon Huffman coming down. They're really hoping in that camp that it's going to stay green flag the rest of the way. Maybe a caution or two, and he'll stay out and maybe be good on fuel from here, guys. But Chad Cole deciding it was too close to call. They did not think it would stay green, and they didn't think that they could make it on fuel from here, so they're staying out. Going to hope that they can get another caution here and come back down pit road then.
Alright, we got a little fun fact for you here about the Indianapolis Motor Speedway here. Get this. Churchill Downs, Yankee Stadium, the Rose Bowl, the Roman Coliseum, and the Vatican City can all fit inside the infield of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That just proves how big this place is, Michael. It's pretty amazing to think about that.
Oh, this track is magnificently big, and interesting points there that you bring up that just shows the capacity of this track. In fact, I believe this track holds crowds regularly topping 350,000. So this is a pretty big event here.
Oh yeah, 250,000 permanent seats here at Indianapolis. That makes it the world's largest sporting spectator facility. So it's an absolutely amazing facility, a beautiful facility at that, with a lot of history. So I really hope they don't add lights here, because that's like adding a carnival to Arlington City. So hoping they keep the tradition here. Beautiful track, beautiful history, beautiful cars, and hoping it stays as it is. But we're going to go to commercial here on ETV. We'll be right back at Indy.
Hey dude, are you ready to rock and roll? If that's cool, then you need to do it over at HD Radio Network. HD Radio Network, 4 stations broadcasting 24/7 with everything from metal favorites to the 80s classic rock like legendary Leonard Skinner, Electric Light Orchestra, Foreigner, and bone-rattling, skull-crushing rock and roll on hard driving radio. And partnered with Nuff World Simulation Gaming, check out the HD Radio Network's Nuff Radio with Bear Factory, Stone Temple Pilots, Def Leppard, and a whole lot more. HDRadionetwork.com. Take your pick and rock your brains out, dude. Hey, JD here with ETV Live, and let me tell you something. If it's too big for the pickup truck and you need to move it, there's only one trucking company you need to call, and don't bother with the Yellow Pages Cowboy. I'll give you that number in a minute. Manufactured goods, automotive, technical equipment, furniture, even if you need a reefer, Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated is the only choice, Cowboy. With locations in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Rancho Cucamonga, California, if you need to move it, store it, and keep it cold, you need to call Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated. Long haul, short haul, or just across town, Gary Mercer has the best trained and qualified drivers to get your load from point A to point B with professionalism and on time. So remember, Hoss, if it don't fit in a pickup truck, you're going to need a real truck, Cowboy. Sponsors of ETV Live's Friday Night Showdown, Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated, 1-800-668-2980. And we are back at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we are live with Real Sim Racing, full cup, full throttle, full everything tonight. Just read it from the script, JD. I tell you what, the boys up in the booth working it tonight, Michael Keaton and Devin Smirker. Of course, Devin just joining us here in the last couple of months, doing an outstanding job, Cowboy. Dakota Erm, of course, he does a fantastic job down there on pit road. Michael Keaton, he's been getting involved in dirt racing action. And let me tell you something, Cowboy, if you're not doing anything on Sunday night, you want to tune in about 9:30 p.m. Catch the Simpro Racing with Power Eye Midgets on Sunday nights. We had a good time with them at, what track was that, Michael, that we were at Sunday night?
Bel Air.
Belle Claire track. And I'll tell you, a 1/5 mile dirt track that these guys were motoring around. I'll tell you what, some fast action, but they had a ton of fun. Simpro Racing, dirt racing on the Dirt Channel here on ETV Live on Sunday nights. But let's go on back up to the booth with Michael Keaton and Devin Smirker.
All right, thanks as always. I guess Dakota's got something on pit road. Dakota, what you got, bud?
Yeah, guys, don't forget to tune in that little scanner we got down there next to the stream. listen to some of the radio chatter here. We have a little new stand-up comedian, I guess, in car, because these drivers have team radio where they can communicate to each other, and the team has decided one of the drivers is a new stand-up comedian, Guy Snyder, getting hysterical in the car right now, guys.
Tell you what, Guy Snyder's sitting right now, though, Dakota, 21st position. Got into a little bit of accident, got the car beat back in to race credentials, sitting second in points. He's got to get that Chevrolet up towards the front, Devin.
Yeah, I believe it. Get up there. He doesn't have anything for these guys way up front, but if he can come out of here with the top 10, 15, should be pretty happy after a couple incidents here. But well, we got a minute here. Let's go through picks to win. Michael, who do you got?
Well, I tell you, I'm going to take that Navy nuke, Eric Arnold, the guy we had him in here earlier. He's looking sharp. He's past Cole. We know he can do it, and Cole passed him, and then the Navy nuke back on the inside, passed him back. So I'm pulling for Eric Arnold.
You know, if John Gregorio can get his damage figured out, he wouldn't be a bad pick. But I'm gonna have to go with the points leader, the 75, Landon Huffman.
Landon Huffman sitting in the number 10th spot right now. The pace car dips down low. Chad Cole leads them to the green flag here at Indianapolis. David Lanza looking on the inside of that 47 machine going into one here, Devin.
Yeah, the 17 got an absolute rocket start as the 47 slides up the hill. David Lanza is looking up underneath them. They're going to be side by side, but you really don't want to be side by side. But the 17 is absolutely loving this. We are halfway here at the Brickyard. 17, Chad Cole is your leader. He is pulling away. David Lanza trying to clear the 47. He hasn't done it yet, but he should do it into turn 3, Michael.
Yeah, keep in mind that Eric Arnold is on 4 old tires, but Lanza slides up into the number 2 position. Eric Arnold on the back door. Jonathan Cadell and his Navy machine trying to close in on Arnold, but let's see if Arnold can pull it off 4 here against Lanza coming on the front stretch.
He's got a big run on Lanza. He's looking to the inside. Here comes the 47. Drag race to the line. Lanza beats him there. 47 wisely going to back out of it. Gentleman move there. He's going to allow the 33 to get back in line. Good move on his part, but he did lose a lot of momentum doing that. And as these guys battle, looks like Chad Cole has over a 1-second lead, Michael.
Yeah, Chad Cole all but loving Lanza and Arnold duking it out. But just behind Arnold's the number 1, John Gregorio, moving his way up into the 4th position. Tied up with a caution earlier in the race, but he's in the top 5. Jonathan Cadell running 5th right now.
All right, Dakota, sir, I didn't get to you there really quick. Who do you got to win this thing with 30 laps to go?
Well, you guys know I'm part of the Chad Cole fan club. He's got a 2nd lead right now. He's looking good, so I'm going to go with David Lanza sitting 2nd.
Wow, David Lanza running 2nd. He is a second half away from your race leader, Chad Cole. Chad Cole way out front here.
Yeah, but Eric Arnold's got to be pleased. Just been able to hold on to the 3rd spot. Hoping it goes green about 5 more laps, so all the leaders will come down pit road together, and he'll be right up there in contention to win this thing. As looks like Landon Huffman has made his way into the top 5. He's coming in a hurry. It's the 47. Here comes Eric Arnold. He's on the inside. Lance is going to let him go. Good move by the 47. Lance loses a lot of momentum. Gregorio running at 4th. Nice recovery from his spin earlier. Got some new players up front, Michael.
Yeah, and you mentioned Arnold getting back behind Lanza. The draft's so important here at Indianapolis. You got to stay in it and then get that momentum and speed built up to where you can kind of do the slingshot maneuver, and that's what Eric Arnold did. Now he's going to try to hunt down your race leader, Chad Cole, but he's going to have to make up 2 seconds to do it.
Eric Arnold got way out of shape into turn 1 as Gregorio's looking underneath Lanza. Gets him loose, almost takes him out, but Gregorio's looking underneath Lanza. Look for that 75. Who's he going to go with? Looks like he's going to go with the 1 car. No, he ain't going with anyone. 75, Landon Huffman going to make it 3 wide as the 1 car gets back behind the 33. Move that number 75 back into P4.
Yeah, coming out of 5th position into the 4th spot. Now working on David Lanza and the number 33 machine. But David's still trying to track down Eric Arnold. But just behind that group of drivers, Dwayne Vincent running 7th position. He was involved in a wreck earlier. Jeff Addison sitting behind him in 8th. Mike Montesi 9th. And R.C. Rigdon running your 10th position.
Yeah, Chad Cole continues to pull away, but we're getting word that the 47 Eric Arnold has to pit within the next 5 laps. So he'll pit. He'll be good to go to the end, but he's hoping to get a yellow really quick here, Michael.
Yeah, either that or try to find someone that needs to pit with him. All important here. Teamwork is very important here. The draft is so crucial, and if no one goes down with Arnold, then he's going to be out there on his own, basically doing just hot laps. But it's hard to do it without the draft help out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say the draft is that important here, because you do got to slow down, but I guess any help you can get is good help, so I guess you could say that, but the 47 needs a yellow.
One E-ticket ride down the front stretch into 1, getting up into Lanza. Oh, what a wreck into 1 here at Indianapolis. Talk about a caution for Arnold.
Yeah, that's exactly what Eric Arnold wanted to see. Hopefully everybody pits with him. You know, the 47 doesn't look like a bad pick at this point to win, but we're going to see what happened here in a minute. Alright, we're going to throw it down to John. John, what do you got for us, bud?
Yeah, let's see what happens. I just happened to have that on the camera as that happened, guys. And that one car took one hell of a E-ride. So one car underneath David Lanza here. Not sure what happened. 75's right in front of him, and they just ever so slightly make contact, just enough to send that one car rolling down into turn 1 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Yeah, John, just a slight contact, just enough though to put that one on the lid and the 33 in the wall hard. Both those cars, Dakota, gonna be struggling coming up pit road as the damage is just hanging off of these Chevrolets. And still guys trying to make their way back behind the pace car here. Not sure who's going to be coming down pit road as they are on the back stretch. We got a minute or two from those deciding factors. But Devin, I got to believe and think that everyone's coming down pit road here, because if you do come down, you'll be able to make it the rest of the way.
Oh yeah, you'll have absolutely no problems making it 24 or 25 laps here at Indy, because you can go about 30 to 35. No green and white checkers here in iRacing, so you don't got to worry about that. But I got to tell you, it's got to be smiling from ear to ear right now. As Eric Arnold in that 47, he was about a 10th place car when he was back there, but right now he's showing he's got the muscle to run. Maybe not with the 17 and 75, but if something happens here, he could be a factor in it. But he is running second right now. Hopefully everyone pits with him. And he played the strategy just absolutely perfect, so I got to give props to him and his crew chief. Yeah, looking at the times of the race here before they make their way down pit road, Chad Cole turning a lap 52.788 and running second. The 47 machine running his fastest lap of 53.304, so big time lap difference there between those guys, almost a full second, as Eric Arnold enters the pit stall, Dakota.
Yeah, guys, Eric Arnold almost scaring some people, looking like he was going to stay out, but he comes in with mostly the rest of the field. I don't even see a few of the guys that pitted last time. I don't see many of those guys staying out, so almost everybody coming in, 4 tires and fuel so they can make it to the end, guys.
Chad Cole, the leader, pulling into his spit box. Right side's going up in the DeWalt Chevrolet. The gas tank's still full here. The left side's going up in that machine. And I tell you, Chad Cole's going to be out in the way under a second. But who's staying out? That's another story. Looks like we got Guy Snyder that stayed out. R.C. Rigdon stayed out. Tad Granger, John Abbott, Ton Kaler, Doug Ross.
Yeah, got the midstream strategies here playing out, but tell you what, we're going to hit the commercial break and see if we can bring you green to the end. We'll be right back here on ATV.
Well, we're back, race fans. If anybody sides with Batman, will they please raise their hand?
I tell you what, you know, if the race fans could hear what's going on up here in the booth, I tell you what, Cowboy, there's another whole show going on right up here. I wish we had a camera. We put that in the third screen up there on the window. But I'll tell you what, the working caution number 5 here, I believe, at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, here just a little bit ago. All eyes are on the 47 car, Eric Arnold, who just completed a 12.5 second 4-tire pit stop. So it's 4 shoes and a bucket of oats for him. Now, Eric Arnold looking for a big night here at Indianapolis. So we'll see what that 47's got for the rest of them up front. Right now, R.C. Rigdon being shown the leader, Tad Granger, Guy Snyder, John Abbott. Out in front, Doug Roth holding down 5th place up there in that 43 car. Let's go back up to the booth with Michael Keaton and Devin Smirker.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give you the rest of how the running field's running. 26 machine, Jonathan Cadell running 6th, Chad Cole 7th, Eric Arnold 8th, and Landon Huffman 9th, and Dwayne Vincent sitting 10th. Dakota?
Hey guys, just caught up with John Gregorio. Was caught up in that last wreck pretty hard. John, what happened, man?
You know, I haven't really looked at the replay yet, so I don't really know. I know we had a good run on Lanza there, and I'm not sure if I came up or whatever, but my car just got hooked into the wall and then took a wild ride after that.
An E-ticket ride. Is your car done?
Yeah, that second crash found a lot of stuff in the car. The first one, I don't know what happened, but it didn't really break anything. The car drove fine. I was able to drive back up there to the top 5, so I was hoping for a good finish, but I guess I'll load it up on the trailer and go home.
Well, a great recovery. It was coming to the front, just ran into some bad luck, guys. John Gregorio gonna go ahead and head on home, guys.
Yeah, tough break for John Gregorio there, Devin. Recovered from a spin earlier in the race, worked his way back up into the top 10, ran at top 5 at some points, and then getting involved with that wreck with Lance. I tell you, struggled day for him.
Yeah, it's a tough day for him. John's a good buddy of mine. And John, if you're watching this, don't pack home just yet. Meet me in the motorhome after the race, and we can go. We'll go meet up in there because it's a long ride home. So, got 23 laps to go here at Indy. R.C. Rigdon is your leader. Tad Granger is actually in 2nd, and Guy Snyder got that track position. Michael, he's in 3rd place.
Yeah, but I'm worried because he stayed out. No tires, old tires on that Snyder machine. Not sure how long he's been on them just yet, but I tell you, Guy Snyder trying to get anything he can, running 2nd in the points, 34 behind Huffman. And I'll tell you, the guys I'm looking at tonight is Landon Huffman, Guy Snyder, and Chad Cole.
Yeah, this is such an interesting race just because of all the different strategies. I don't know what of these guys up here can make it on fuel. I don't think they can. I don't think we had a yellow around 35 laps to go. I am not sure, but cars that can make it, the first car we know can make it is at 17, Chad Cole, Eric Arnold, Landon Huffman, Dwayne Vincent are probably your 4 fastest cars here, and they're lined up 7th through 10th, or excuse me, 7th through 9th or 10th. There we go. As we come down to the green flag, we did have 6 cars stay out, so I think we're going to have a crazy restart, Michael.
Pacing 62 miles an hour, coming out of 4, R.C. Rigdon in the lime green GoDaddy.com Chevrolet. Gonna take them to the green flag. Number 8, Tad Granger, trying to come from about in 2nd position. 27 underneath in the 2nd spot.
Yeah, the 19 took off like a rocket. I think you got to start predicting these restarts now. It looks like every time the pace car pulls off, the leader goes. As we got somebody spinning in the back, he saves it. Arnold with trouble, he saved it. What an absolutely great save by the 47. Can he get back up cleanly though? Looks like he did.
Back up 47. Eric Arnold gonna have to make up some ground now. He's working his way through mid traffic, but up front, huge wreck. 10 backwards on the backstretch. 10 car, that's John Abbott, backwards on the backstretch.
Oh! And the 47 nails him, and what a heartbreak for this 47. He wouldn't have been back there if he didn't get loose, but He nails the 10 car, and the 47 is blowing the motor to the barbecue in turn 3, and the 47's day is over. What an absolutely heartbreaking situation. John, what do you got?
Yeah, guys, I was just following him after making that great save, and then he's going to come through here, and I believe you're going to see him get in this mess here. Yeah, here he comes. He's trying to avoid it. That 10 car just keeps backing closer and closer. Oh, just gets him, that 47 machine, airborne off all 4 wheels, guys.
Yeah, John, that's just one of those incidents where you just got to hope that the guy wrecking, spinning, is just holding the brakes, and the car just continuing to roll and collecting Arnold. And I tell you, what a night ruined for Arnold.
Yeah, it looks like the 10 cars did sideswipe the 8. So, man, it happens as quick as that on these restarts. You got to get everything you can. Not sure why they hit each other on the straightaway. I don't know if there's more behind that, but took out a couple of really good race cars, Michael.
Yeah, it sure did, and that's really going to shake the lead up here. Chad Cole making his way back up into 3rd position, and Guy Snyder running 2nd, R.C. Rigdon 1st, and it'll be interesting to see if these guys come down pit road, coming out of 4 here. You're going to see if that lime green Chevrolet leads any of them down or if he fakes them out here.
Yeah, we're about to find out. The 10 car... Yeah, he's making no attempt to go down pit road. It almost sounds like he's saving fuel. I think I'm hearing that engine cut off. Yeah, it's about 68 miles an hour and the car starts slowing down. But Tad Granger's going to go down pit road. He's got a couple followers.
Yeah, Michael Gray in the 66 coming down pit road with him. He says, hey, I'll join you and get 4 fresh ones. R.J. Williams also down there in that Landon Huffman Racing Team Chevrolet. And I tell you, it looks like the 47 of Arnold Dakota has pulled that thing behind the garage, and he may be done for the night.
Yes, guys, tough break for Eric Arnold. He's discussing the car with his crew chief, deciding whether or not to put it back out or not. I will catch up with Eric Arnold and get a final word before they make the final decision, guys.
It's like 71, Keith Brooks Jr. getting the Lucky Dog Award there. He was 5 laps down, just 4 now. And he sits 3 laps behind Eric Arnold, who we just mentioned pulled it behind the wall, sitting 23rd spot. But on the point, R.C. Rigdon in that number 19 Chevrolet leading the race, Devin.
Yeah, I'm not too certain what the fuel situation is on the 19 and 27. If they're close, these yellows are certainly helping, but you got the 17 already up to 3rd. He's got the preferred line on the restart, so the 17, he's got some ground on Dwayne Vincent. He actually only has 1 car length, but he's got some ground over the 75. So, Keaton, what do you got for us?
Looking back, R.C. Rigdon last pitted on lap 30, and boy, that's going to be cutting it close, Devin. 30 to 35 laps on these cars on a fuel run, pitting on lap 30, getting about a lap and a half of under yellow. And Dakota, you got more on that?
Yeah, guys, I've actually got a driver that might be able to tell us a little bit more about the fuel. Maybe we missed something. Eric Arnold, how's the fuel looking for these cars, actually?
I'm thinking about 30 laps. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I stayed out as long as I could and pitted with 30 to go, so all I knew was I was good.
All right. And Eric, how did you manage to stay up front all that time?
I was able to handle the car pretty well. I was able to hold off people on 15-lap fresher tires. Chad Cole drove off, but I don't know. I know how to drive the track, it seems like, pretty well.
Eric, I hate to tell you this. Have you ever heard of the ETV jinx, Eric Arnold?
Nope, but I'm pretty pissed what happened with the 43 there in the 17.
Well, you need to pay these broadcasters off before the race, because anybody they interview in the race usually has bad luck. So,
well, at Loudon, I finished 3rd there. I didn't have any bad luck there.
well, you beat it, but you didn't beat it for long.
Yeah, the 43, I guess, came down to 17. He checked up, and I had to check up, which got me loose, got me in the grass. I saved it. Then whatever was going on up front, I slowing down as much as I could, try not to lose control. Then I think it was a 10 car out there. It came out of nowhere, and I got right into him. Ruined my race.
Yeah, Eric, it's Keaton back up in the booth. Yeah, we were looking at that and discussing that. You just got to hope and pray that the guy that's wrecking just holds the brakes down, and it just looked like it just kind of rolled right there where you were coming in that lane, and you collected him and pretty much ended your day. And hate that happened. We were really hoping that you'd get a good finish. You know, you got third last week, looking to at least a top 5 this week. You look real sharp out there, man, and hopefully you can gather it back up and you know, get ready for next week.
Yeah, really disappointing here. I thought I could win tonight.
Well, hang in there, Eric. You're sitting 13th in the points, not too far behind Jeff Addison, who's still in the race tonight, though, and David Lanza involved in a wreck. If you can get that car back out on the track, you never know. You might pick up some more spots and make that chase, bud.
Yep, I'm hoping.
All right, Eric, we'll cut you loose. I know the guy's working on the car, and Devin, I tell you, you know, tough break for Eric Arnold, but R.C. Rigdon, race leader out front, inside, out front of Guy Snyder, who's on the outside looking in of Landon Huffman in the points lead.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I'm hearing that maybe the 19 was asking for an EOL. Sounds a little crazy to me, but that's what I'm hearing. But Guy Snyder is good on fuel to the end.
Yeah, Guy Snyder good to the end, but R.C. Rigdon pitting on lap 30's got me questioning whether or not he's got enough fuel to do it. And that's the thing. 30 to 35 laps here on these cars is what we're hearing. Under green flag condition, you gotta count for the green flag position. I'm telling you, you burn a lot more fuel during the green flag than you do on cautions.
Yeah, it is true. These guys that are really close on fuel, you'll probably see them put them in the 4th gear. This is what I do. You put it in the 4th gear and under yellow, and you clutch it, and you let the car coast. And when you clutch it, you really don't you don't lose any ground. Well, you do, but you don't lose a lot of speed. And so, especially on straightaways, you can do it for a good 15 seconds. And you only lose about 5 miles an hour. Really effective way to do it. You can do it on the intermediate tracks too, under green. It's actually a pretty popular way. You get into the corner, you just coast the car, and if you're really good at it, you can save enough fuel to get to the end and only lose half a second a lap. So all sorts of different ways to save fuel, but looks like these 19 and 27 are right on the border. Sounds like the 27's good. He did pit 1 lap later, I think, than the 19, or it might be the other way around. But it's going to be really close, but it's going to be exciting, Michael.
Yeah, and these you mentioned saving fuel. You know, at Indianapolis, the turns are so long, and you got to let the car settle in the corner. You know he's clutching. He's already in 4th gear. He's got to roll through the throttle and roll out anyway. Might as well clutch it down and save a few extra gallons there, if you will. But I tell you, R.C. Rigdon getting ready to take them back green to complete lap 48 here of 65 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Yeah, the Mustang's going to pull down pit road, and R.C. Rigdon hasn't gone yet. Looks like he's waiting for the green. Nope, there he goes. R.C. Rigdon with a good restart. 17's got the inside line. You know what? I'm going to say that 17's going to be the leader next time around. He's got the tires. He's got the position into turn 1. Guy Snyder gets way hot into the corner. He gets loose. It's going to be a drag race, and no, looks like Guy Snyder's going to beat the 17. No, he's not. Snyder with the piece of the wall. 17's going to clear him into 3. Or is he? The Snyder's hanging tough on the outside, but here comes the 17. 17 clears him, and here he comes. 17's chasing after the 19 with the 17 laps to go.
13 car, Dwayne Vincent looking underneath the 27, trying to make the pass. Landon Huffman running 5th, the points leader, looking underneath in turn 3, the 13 car.
That 27 looks wicked loose. Oh,
75, Landon Huffman going to get the pass over Dwayne Vincent. And here comes 26, Jonathan Cadell under Vincent now down the front stretch.
Yeah, Vincent got out of line there. It's all it takes. He's lost 5 spots, just like that. Getting out of the groove. No, excuse me, 3 spots. Getting out of the groove. He may lose more because he can't get to the inside. But But we're going to have a battle for the lead shortly. Here comes Chad Cole, and Guy Snyder's hanging tough. But Landon Huffman's going to be the guy to beat, it looks like.
And Jeff Addison making his way underneath the 13. Vincent stuck on the outside. Chad Cole underneath the 19 for the lead in 3.
He's got the line. Does he have the position? He's going to clear him into turn 3. 10 cars, 19 slides up the track. Here comes Guy Snyder with a huge run. Does he put it in there? No, he does not. Does he get the run off the corner out of turn 4 down these long in front straightaway? He won't get the run. RC Rigdon's actually in the wall. And here comes Snyder. Snyder's underneath him, and Huffman's going to be there too.
Yeah, rubbing the wall there for the 19 is going to allow the 27 to sneak under. Also, though, Landon Huffman trying to get his way up there towards the front. 19's a little slow, lost momentum. 75's underneath in 2.
Oh, 19 and the 75, really close. 75 gets on those rumble strips. He saves it. Didn't really get loose, but he did hold on to control of that car, which you've seen some people not been able to do. Just a testament to the skill behind that 75 and probably how good that car is driving, Michael.
With 15 to go, this time by Chad Cole, can't help but love what's going on in his rearview mirror. 27, Guy Snyder running second. RC Rigdon trying to hunt him down. Landon Huffman all over the back door of that GoDaddy.com Chevrolet coming out of 4.
Yeah, Huffman knows it's go time. He has to get by this 19, and he has to get by this 27 now because he can't let that Chad Cole machine get too far out ahead, because if he gets too far out ahead, this 75 might run out of laps to catch him.
That time by Chad Cole, lap time 53 flat. Guy Snyder 53.3, RC Rigdon 53.7, and Landon Huffman a 53.7. So Chad Cole out front in that 17 car running solid lap times.
The 19 looks like he pretty much cut off the nose of the 75. I don't think the 75 is going to be too pleased with that move, but I tell you what, the 26, Jonathan Cattell, hanging tough in that number 5 spot in the number 26 machine. I'm just waiting for Landon Huffman to get underneath this 19, but every time the 75 has a look, it seems as though the 19 arcs into the corner and almost cuts the nose off of the 75. He's been pretty loose off of the corner, so 75 doing all he can to get by with 14 to go.
Chad Cole continuing to strengthen his lead. Meanwhile, number 2, number 3, number 4 spots are all nose to tail. 75, Landon Huffman in the wall. 19 in the wall, allowing Landon Huffman to get by. Rigdon really getting into that wall big time there into 1.
Yeah, they might knock the toe off of that number 19 machine. That is not good. It could affect the straightaway speed too. So the handling and the straightaway speed could all be affected by hitting the wall. But at 75 is up to 3rd, and it's go time. He's catching Guy Snyder. Does he have enough time to catch Chad Cole? That's the thing. They're both good on fuel. It's all about whether the 75 could reel in the 17, because that 17 is mustering out of turn 4. 13 to go.
Working the way back to 8th position, Mike Montesi leading a big group of guys. Jeff Addison behind him. Jimmy North in that Lowe's Never Stop Improving Chevrolet trying to run him down in 8th position. Behind them, Dwayne Vincent on the outside looking in the top 10. The number 84, Jimmy North, trying to get underneath Addison into 2 here.
Yeah, as we go back to the 15th position, Jay Horton just cleared Jay Randall Watkins in the 3 car. And, yeah, 3 car got a little loose, let him go. And Jay Horton's into the top 15. But while we've been focusing up front, we've had some really, really good racing back here, about 10th to 15th place all night long.
Battle for second shaping back up with the 27 and 75. Landon Huffman trying to get into the groove here as they coming off 4. 27 leads them off.
And 75 gets a little piece of the wall. No harm, no foul. He's right behind Guy Snyder. 12 laps to go. And Chad Cole's got a 1.8 second lead on the Guy Snyder machine. The Snyder slipped up the hill. Here comes Huffman. Huffman to the inside. He is there. He's loose. But he is there. He's underneath Guy Snyder. He's going to take the position off turn 2. Is he? Oh! 75 and 27 made contact. 27 hanging tough. 75 in the...
Rubbins racing here at Indy down the backstretch. 27, 75, swapping licks here in the 3.
As I like to say, 10 laps to go this time by. It is crunch time. You have no friends. You got to do a lot of taking and a whole lot of not giving. That didn't come out right, but 75 digging, and oh, a little netcode there, and there goes the 75. The points leader in the wall. The points leader kills the wall, the pit road wall, after a little bit of netcode with the guy Snyder. That really wasn't Guy Snyder's fault, but he does collect. Oh, Huffman back off the track. He collects the 94, the 81. Oh, that's an ugly situation right there, boys. That's the points leader. I believe John's got the E-play. John, what do you got, man?
I was waiting for this to happen, guys. These guys just been battling, banging doors for several laps here. And I think you're going to see that 27 get a little wheel, come off the wall, clip the tail of the 75 machine of Landon Huffman. Huffman's going to hit the inside wall, come sliding across the front stretch, and then all mayhem's going to break loose, guys.
Who could have predicted that the points leader would be done? Landon Huffman went into turn 1, the car didn't turn, he hit the wall dead on, a hard hit, and the motor's blown, and your points leader, Landon Huffman, is out of it. And if it looks like he's going to finish about 22nd position, so Guy Snyder is going to make up a lot of ground.
I tell you one thing, I know who's not liking that at all, and that's the number 17, Chad Cole. Built up a 3-second lead over the pack here, but Guy Snyder gonna see if he can rebound and get back up and pass the 17 here on the restart. Be about 8 to go. Guy Snyder looks like he's coming down pit road here, Dakota. R.C. Rigdon staying out. The 26 machine staying out. Chad Cole also stayed out. Mike Montesi coming down with him, as well as some others.
Yeah, it looks like about half and half, a little more than half, but a lot of guys decided to come down pit road, and I really like that move on the 27. I don't know how much damage he has, but if he's coming down to get tires, it looks like he's going to line up about 5th place on the restart. I like that move, Michael.
I tell you, that's going to mean business for some of these other guys that stayed out. That's Doug Roth, Jonathan Cadell, R.C. Rigdon, and Chad Cole staying out. Looks like the 21 machine down pit road getting turned around. David Lanza also involved with that, but I believe it was a mix-up with the 44's pit stop there that got that 21 machine turned around there.
Yeah, Guy Snyder and Landon Huffman have some words with each other. They're not very pleased with each other. Understandably, Landon Huffman upset with Guy Snyder, but they were racing hard. I wouldn't say it was clean, but really looks like they made contact by netcode. We're going to have 9 laps to go here at Indy. We're going to hit the commercial break, and we'll bring you to the end here on the ETV.
All right, we are back live here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and I'll tell you what, Cowboy, it is ramping up down here. I want to tell you about the Real Sim Racing Can-Am Series here. I believe we're going to be broadcasting that race. I believe it's the final race at Richmond here coming up, guys, on ETV Live. So check the schedule over at etv-eplay.net. Real Sim Racing here at Team Endurance Series as well. We just got done with a broadcast with them yesterday. A lot of fun at, I believe we were at Road America, so in the Riley prototypes. But Real Sim Racing, realsimracing.com, these guys know how to put it together. But I'll tell you what, shaking it up here, up here at Indianapolis, guys. Why don't we take it back up to the booth with Michael Keaton and Devin Spurker. Let's finish this one out, Cowboy.
I tell you, Chad Cole hoping this one stays green, and behind him, R.C. Rigdon in that green machine, hoping that it will too, Devin.
Yeah, Chad Cole, I mean, just looking through the rundown here, I really don't see anybody that's been able to run with him all race long, so I mean, unless something really crazy happens on one of these restarts, I really do think that 17 has it locked down. But back to the points, this is going to be a pretty big hit for Huffman. He is 1 lap down, but he is out of the race. So looking here with 7 laps to go, he's going to finish in the 21st or 22nd position officially at this rate. But I think we got 1 to go. Chad Cole, R.C. Rigdon, Jonathan Cadell, Doug Roth, Mike Montesi are going to be your top 5 on the restart with 6 laps to go. Excuse me, 7 laps to go.
Yeah, Chad Cole sitting 3rd in the points, 1st in this race right now, and then the other one we're looking at right now, Guy Snyder sitting 12th, Dakota.
Yeah, guys, Guy Snyder coming down pit road there because he knew he had to go to the back either way. He claimed the caution and did receive an EOL, so he will restart in the back of the field. That is why he wanted to go get 4 tires to see if they wouldn't help him working his way through the field. He does admit to that caution. He said on the radio he was racing him hard and he thought he was going to get away with it. He just barely clipped him, and it just kind of Lennon Huffman lost control of the vehicle is what he said. But tough break for Guy Snyder, points wise, guys.
Yeah, Guy Snyder going to restart at the tail end of the longest line, so it looks like he's going to be in about the 13th spot on the restart. So he's not out. He's out of the hunt for the win, but he's got 4 tires, so maybe he can drive up there if something happens. Bring home a top 5 because he needs all the points he can. Chad Cole's earning his paycheck today, Michael.
Yeah, and I tell you, I've looked through the top 5 here lap times. The only guy up there running 52s is no other than that number 17 machine, Chad Cole, 52 lap time.
Well, yeah, it looks like he's going to be the one to beat. I mean, I don't see anybody up there at this point in time that can really give him a challenge for the lead as we're coming down. Pace car is going to pull off pit road. Hopefully for the final time, it's going to be between the 17, the 19, the 26, and the 17 goes and the 19 doesn't. 17 is gone, Michael.
19 battling on the outside of the number 17. Jonathan Cadell with a good start. He's got somebody all over him. 17 underneath 19 for the lead in turn 1.
Yeah, the 19 actually got a pretty good start. It looks like he's going to work his way into second. Oh, there it goes. 19, 26. Oh, what a save by the 19. Got hit by the 26. That was probably the save of the night right there. They're 5 wide down the backstretch. Here they go. Big wreck.
Big wreck down the backstretch there, guys. Big wreck. All started with R.C. Rigdon getting a little loose up front.
Yeah, the 20 car, Mike Montesi was involved. Tony Kaler's got some serious damage. A couple more cars involved in that. John's going to pull up the E-plane in a minute here. Going to be interesting to see what happened. Another wreck going down the back straightaway here at India. Some we haven't seen a lot before, but we've seen it tonight, Michael.
We have, and that shook up some things for the mid-pack guys here. Going to see if they can sneak in here and get a top 5. Multiple cars in the top 10 involved with this wreck, John.
Yeah, guys, I was replaying it through there, and wow, like you said, just from that big great save by R.C. Rigdon just caused the whole field to stack up, and The 20 car is going to be hard in the outside wall.
Yeah, just looks like the 21 made it 3 wide down the back stretch, which you can do here, but I don't know who it was that I can't remember who it was that got loose in 1 and 2, gathered it back up, and was just trying to get his way back up the hill, or back up the track, and they were already 3 wide. And you can't go 5 wide in a space for 3 cars, and simple as that. And it looks like we are going to have a restart. So it's good. Looks like it's going to be a 1 lap. No, it's going to be a green-white checkered. Me and Michael have been going back and forth with that all night long up here. So we're going to call it a green-white checkered just for Michael's sake.
Checkers or records. I tell you, Dakota's saying here on the chat. Chad Cole in the number 17, running real solid. Not sure if he's you know, nervous about anyone being around him. We'll try to get him up in the booth and get his thoughts on the restart here with the green-white checkered. And Jonathan Cadell right there in the number 2 spot. Excellent restart. He can really get that car in gear and up to speed real quick. He just proved it on that last restart. R.C. Rigdon's out of the picture, brings in the 43 old school Richard Petty style paint job STP, Doug Roth, into the number 3rd spot. Chad Cole, this is Mike Keaton up in the booth, running first, run first all night. Chad, you think you got it for the end?
You know, I'd like to think so. That last restart was a bit crazy there. I jumped into 3rd way too soon and bogged down. Then RC actually got around me for a little bit there on the front. I hope I get a better restart. Don't mess up. Blow it.
I'll tell you what, we've been looking at Jonathan Cadell all night. He's not as fast and quick as you, but I tell you, the guy can gear that thing up. And every restart that guy's been a part of, he's really gotten a jump. So if you don't want anyone beside you on a restart, it's probably that number 26, not to make you any nervous.
No, yeah, I know. I actually been racing a long time with John and invited him on over here. I hope I don't regret that at the end of the race, you know.
Well, keep those corners clean on that Chevrolet there, Chad. You're sitting 3rd in the points, 38 behind. Landon Huffman's in trouble, and Guy Snyder's sitting back there in about 9th or 10th position. So it looks like a good points day for you. Good luck, take it easy, and we'll hope to see you in victory lane, Chad.
Thanks, brother. Enjoy the finish.
10-4 we will, and we're going to throw it up to Race Central with J.D. Webb.
I'll tell you what, Cowboy, things are starting to heat up here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But before we get out of here, got a couple of plugs we need to get out of the way. I want you to tune in on this one. ETV Live, the leader in sim broadcasting with ingenuity, innovation, and vision. ETV Live has set the bar in providing the best online simulation out of sports broadcasting. Enjoy the after show, 24-hour network of reruns, ETV Live's top racing events. And don't miss our weekly series, Real Sim Racing Full Throttle Cup Series, right here on Monday nights at 9:30 Eastern. And, of course, the Friday Night Showdown beginning August 3rd at 8:30. We'll see you at Iowa Speedway. Remember, ETV Live, the only choice for your sim racing broadcast needs. Dude, tune in to the brand spanking new ETV Live radio show. Listen to the live racing events wherever you're at, Cowboy. I'll tell you what, you will not miss a thing here at ETV Live. So etv-eplay.net, get it all. It's your only choice, Cowboy. Let's go back up to the booth. Michael Keaton, Devin Smirker.
Devin taking a look at the top 5 here. Dwayne Vincent. Can he do it? I know he's in 5th spot, but at lap 2, he ran a 52.815. So if anybody's got the motor to motor with Chad Cole, it's going to be him. Chad Cole with a 52.762.
Yeah, Dwayne Vincent has got a rocket ship. He's probably the only guy left that maybe has anything for the 17 to Chad Cole. He is restarting on that inside line, but there's only going to be, it looks like, yeah, there's going to be 2 laps to go. So I don't know if he has enough time. Hopefully these guys can make it around 2 times without wrecking, because I'd love to see the finish, because it is going to be interesting. Like you said, the 26 has gotten some pretty good restarts. Doug Roth, a really, really quiet 3rd place finish, running right now, 3rd place. So solid run for him. He's been there all night. Just he's now showing some muster. So good run from him, avoiding all the trouble. Silent third place right now. I hope he can hold on to it.
And Michael Gray's sitting in 6th spot, and that number 66 machine also been quiet tonight. He's worked himself up into the top 10. Also, not even mentioned his name, hardly any, Chad Schilling in the Carolina Chevrolet up there in the top 10 spot. He's also looking on the outside, looking in to get into this points. He's sitting 9th in the points, lost 2 last week positions. He's on the outside looking into this chase as well, sitting in 7th right now.
Looks like Landon Huffman's Chad has been disabled. They're saying some things that I guess the race control didn't like, but Mike Montesi has officially brought the car to the hauler. He's going to pack it up and bring it home before the rush. So they're coming down. They're crossing the yard of bricks. Will the lights on the pace car go off? Yes, sir, they will. We're going to come by. We're going to have a green, white checkered, or as Dakota likes to call it, checkers or wreckers here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Looking at the 8th position, Jay Horton, part of that Landon Huffman racing team. He's sitting in 8th right now. Guy Snyder sitting 2nd in the points, sitting 9th right now in this race. 34 points behind Landon Huffman. A solid top 10 might get him closer to Huffman.
Yeah, it's alright for a stutter, and I'm doing a little bit of it too. It's just been an absolutely crazy race. I really wasn't expecting it. A particularly easy-going race here at Indy, but these boys have put on a show when we stayed green. But we've seen some contenders be taken out and some new players out front. But through thick and thin, that 17 of Chad Cole has made it through, an easier leader with 2 laps to go. But I mean, like I said, you got to give a shout-out to this 26-43. Cool to see these guys run up front. They're not quite up there in the points, I don't think. So Cadell's, I don't know. Cadell had a good, nice place finish last week. He finished 4th, but another solid top 5 run for him. But it's going to be crazy on the restart. It all depends on whether that 17 DeWalt, USG, Chevy, Ford, whatever you want to call it, gets off to a good start.
Yeah, Jonathan Cadell sitting 27th in points right now, desperately needing a top 5. He's got 4 of them just in 7 starts, so we know he's fast. He's on the outside of that Chevrolet of DeWalt machine of Chad Cole. Can Jonathan Cadell gear it up with the Pro 17 as an inner 3 right here?
Oh, and
turn 4 here.
Turn 4, Michael. All right, well, whoever's viewing this, you better strap down the big TV, pull them belts tight, just one more time, because we're getting ready to duke it out for 2 laps at the greatest racetrack in the world. Chad Cole, Jonathan Cadell set to greet him to the flag. Chad Cole is gone, 2 laps to go.
26 machine caught sleeping just a tad bit. Chad Cole getting about a 4-car length lead into 1 here.
Yep, Chad Cole did everything he needed to do right there, and he is gone, folks. Chad Cole pulling away to the short chute. Jonathan Cadell slides into 2nd, but he's overdriving it, trying to catch him. Chad Cole just needs to run 2 solid laps, make him 1.5 more solid laps, and he's going to be a Brickyard winner.
Jonathan Cadell sitting 2nd, Doug Roth 3rd, Dwayne Vincent restarted 5th. He's worked his way up into 4th, passing R.C. Rigdon. He's trying to make the move on the 43 machine of Doug Roth.
Coming down to the white flag here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway at the Brickyard. Chad Cole set to bring him down. Turn 4, coming to the start-finish line at over 200 miles an hour. He's going to cross the yard of bricks. White flag in the air.
White flag in the air for Chad Cole. Jonathan Cadell's going to need somewhat of a miracle to catch him. But meanwhile, Dwayne Vincent beating the back door of the blue and red Chevrolet of 43 Doug Roth into 2.
Everybody playing nice right now. Here they come down the back straightaway for the final time into turn 3. Listen to these engines roar one more time at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Chad Cole pulling away.
Chad Cole setting the Chevrolet into 3, real nice and easy, just on the throttle. Cadell trying to run him down, don't know if he can do it. Dwayne Vincent trying to track the 43 down into turn 4.
Out of turn 4 for the final time after an absolutely dominating performance. Chad Cole's going to bring it home. He wins at the Brickyard. We got a battle for 2nd.
43 for 3rd position. Who's it going to be at the line, John? Who was it?
Looks like Lane beat Doug Roth by 0.11 of a second. What an absolutely good race. Man, it was an excellent race back there, Michael.
Tell you what, guys, sitting on pit road, I was watching just from kind of like a spotter stand down here where we can kind of climb up, watch the race here. Guy Snyder got underneath RC Rigdon, was going to pass for the position, got loose, and ended up having to lose that spot. So Guy Snyder going to bring home 7th, guys.
Yeah, good recovery of Guy Snyder after some issues. He's going to make up some points on Huffman. Let's see here. He's going to make up about 13 points on Huffman. Probably not what he wanted to make up. He knew he could make up more, but 13 points, it's a good start. It's going to be, 20 back heading into next week at, where are we going next week? Pocono Raceway. But Chad Cole with an absolutely dominating performance, a 26 and a 13 with solid runs. Doug Roth and Jay Horton got some new players out here. Good to see these boys run.
Yeah, and finishing out your top 10 here in 6th position, RC Rigdon, Guy Snyder in 7th, Jay Randall Watkins in that number 3, finish 8th, 66 car Michael Gray coming in 9th, and Chad Chillen cracking the top 10 in that number 25 car. And we're going to go ahead and step to a commercial break, but when we return, Chad Cole, Jonathan Cadell, Dwayne Vincent, hopefully we'll get them in the booth.
Hey, JD here with ETV Live, and let me tell you something. If it's too big for the pickup truck and you need to move it, there's only one trucking company you need to call, and don't bother with the Yellow Pages, Cowboy. I'll give you that number in a minute. Manufactured goods, automotive, technical equipment, furniture, even if you need a reefer, Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated is the only choice, Cowboy. With locations in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Rancho Cucamonga, California, if you need to move it, store it, and keep it cold, you need to call Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated. Long haul, short haul, or just across town, Gary Mercer has the best trained and qualified drivers to get your load from point A to point B with professionalism and on time. So remember, Hoss, if it don't fit in a pickup truck, you're going to need a real truck, Cowboy. Sponsors of ETV Live's Friday Night Showdown, Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated, 1-800-668-2980. All right, welcome back to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What a terrific finish here tonight. And we are back with the Bob Roll Racing post-race show. So let's go back up to the booth with the boys, Mike and Devin and Dakota.
Actually, guys, standing here in Victory Lane with Chad Cole. I pull for him every week, you guys know, and he never wins because I pick him. So this week I didn't pick him, and he's in Victory Lane. Chad, describe your dominating performance tonight.
Yeah, it's a cool one. I mean, starting from the pole, had a great lap. I mean, I never turned that lap all week this week practicing, so it was a really great lap, qual lap I had there, and the race really couldn't have gone much better. Played the cautions and strategy just perfectly, and cautions flew right, and real fun track, great to win at Indy. Such a hard place to drive, line sensitive. Cool win, you know.
There was a lot of traffic. You managed to work your way through it. How did you do that? I mean, it looked so hard to get through traffic all day for anybody else.
Yeah, you know, it's just being patient. Like I said, place is very line sensitive, and people tend to mess up, and just kind of waiting for them to slip up and get on by them.
Well, who made it happen for you tonight, bud?
Well, guys at Team Manchild Motorsports Racing Incorporated, you know, Guy Snyder and Dave Alonzo. RSR for having the Full Throttle Cup Series, you guys at ETV, and Bob Earl, Race Chassis, of course.
Well, there you have it from your winner, who put up a dominating performance, just outstanding, guys. We'll throw it further down pit road to, I believe, Batman Keaton.
That's right. Standing here with Jonathan Cadell. I got reports coming in all over the place. Here's one report for you, Jonathan Cadell. 7 starts, 4 top 5s, 4 top 10s. This is your 8th start. You finished in the top 5 here. You got second, sitting 27th in points. Now, I know that's a lot of information, Jonathan, but heck of a race tonight, sir.
Yeah, it was just survival out there tonight. I really didn't have a second-place car, but it seemed like any time there's a wreck in front of me, I was able to avoid it. And just didn't have anything there for Chad at the end. I've raced against Chad for coming on like 3 years now, and he's just in another league.
I tell you, Jonathan, starting 14th tonight, finishing second, good day for you. You got to be happy with where you finished.
I am. I've been wanting to get one of these interviews. I came so close the other week at New Hampshire. I just happened to lose it there at the end through getting shuffled back, but I'm glad to finish up here with these guys in second place. I know it's not going to happen very often, but I'm really glad.
Well, Jonathan, you got anybody you'd like to thank?
Well, my wife was supposed to be watching tonight, but her computer's messed up, so she's up there in Virginia. I want to tell her hey. And Bob Earl Racing Chassis, I actually am sitting in one right now, and had one for 7 years, and still just as good as the day I bought it.
I tell you, JD said if you'd pay him $20, he'll get you an interview.
Yeah.
I tell you, Jonathan, appreciate you for having us, and I tell you, gonna throw the mic on down to Devin, who's standing by with Dwayne Vincent, your third-place finisher.
Hey, thanks, Michael. I'm here with Dwayne Vincent, who finished in position number 3 today. Dwayne, you started P3 and finished P3, so pretty much definition of consistency. Sure, you got to be pleased. Tell us about your race, bud.
Yeah, I'm pleased with the third-place finish after all that, man. First off, I want to apologize to R.J. Williams. I got into him, or he came down. I don't know, but I'll take the blame for that. I want to say sorry for ruining his race. But, yeah, started up front, went all the way to the back to the middle, back to the front. It was a pretty wild race, man.
Yeah, man. Well, pretty good finish, P3. Can't be too mad about that. Who makes it happen for you?
I want to thank all my teammates at Red House Chassis Works, a bunch of good guys, and raceskins.com.
Hey, Dwayne, this is Mike up in the booth. Keaton here. We're watching on the replay here on the ETV site, the photo finish here. You stole one away from Doug Roth. Just stole it right away from him at the line. Tell us how exciting that was, and when did you find out that you actually did finish third?
Well, yeah, it sure was exciting, man. He got a little loose coming out of 4, I think it was. He had third place wrapped up, and he just dipped down too close to the rumble strip and got him loose. And when I saw that, I just went low, and I really didn't know where he was at until we got to turn 1. And I looked at the standings and saw I was in third. I said, well, I'll be damned.
I tell you, awesome finish tonight, Dwayne. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I think raceskins.com and teammates over at Red Ass Chassis Works, man.
Alrighty, well there we have it, folks. Devin, thoughts of tonight's race?
Well, I've been pleased. We had 2 excellent races in a row when I've been here, and we got 3 overall. These guys know how to put on a show, so got to thank them for being good drivers and knowing what to do. So looking forward to finishing out the year with Michael and Dakota on pit road. It's everything's going pretty good. So great racing series, great team, having a lot of fun.
Yeah, can't wait to come to the Triangle next week, Pocono. Gonna be interesting to find out how the points battle shapes up here. Len Huffman was on top, Guy Snyder second. Chad Cole, your race winner. We may be interviewing him in the #1 spot next week. Who knows? But I tell you what, until then, JD, all is history.
I'll tell you what, man, what a race here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway tonight. But, hey, don't pack your bags quite yet, cowboy. I'll tell you what, we got the Winnebago camped out back here on the backstretch of the Indianapolis Speedway here. We're going to be back here again tomorrow night, cowboy. Stock Car Evolution, dude. And let me tell you something, Hostile Contacts Gaming Servers, they're putting up over $600 for a purse tomorrow night. So you don't want to miss that one. 100 laps at Indianapolis Motor Speedway live right here on ETV Live at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And then on Wednesday night, you don't want to miss the SSCA IndyCar Series. We got a whole lot of racing coming your way. Check the schedule, etv-eplay.net. So for everybody here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Devin Smirker, Michael Keaton, Dakota Ehrman, the bad boy, John Westling, that's it until next time.